Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are finally getting to Zing. Now they're a worm archetype. You might think they're dragons, but they're actually worms, Y or WYRM. Pretty unique little, it's not attribute, I guess it'd be type. Card type you don't see all too often. But it's also an archetype of all its own. We even got a trap card. I'm only using 2, I do have 3. Still only using 2 because it's a little win more. It just helps their already floating effects. It makes it so when a monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, even your own card effect, you get to special summon a Zing monster from your deck. You cannot special summon extra monsters from the extra deck except synchro monsters. So I do have one Malevolent Sin. You can summon him when you're not using these, and it's actually more common than you think. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get into what this archetype does. It can seem a little overwhelming because we all know we don't read cards and there's such long effects. But all of them have this same effect to float when this card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect. You get a special summon one Zing from your deck in defense position, except himself. Once per turn, during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using Zing monsters you control. Quick effect synchros, it gains 500. Super cool. I think this boy is the only one where we can really make something happen on your opponent's turn. This boy and this boy as well. They can all interact with your opponent, I should say. This boy will return a face-up card you control and a face-up card your opponent controls. This boy will return a card to the deck for each different attribute of worm-type monsters you have that were used to synchro summon this card. You do get multiple, but even just one is enough when you bounce them out on your opponent's turn. So very cool monsters. This is also a Zing monster. So a very good synergy there. They all float. This boy can do synchros on your opponent's turn. What does this boy do? I actually don't know what this boy does. During your opponent's main phase or battle phase, synchro summon one synchro monster. He does the same thing. What about our tuner? He floats. If you control no other monsters, you can send 2 Zing cards from your hand to the graveyard, special summon Zing monster with 0 attack, and 1 Zing monster with 0 defense from your deck. Pretty cool. Banish him during the end phase. You can only use one of this boy per turn. Funny little tuner. He's level 2. So really, that's all you gotta worry about is 2, 4, 2 on the levels. Keep track of what you're doing. And we have an actually really cool synchro pool. Now on top of that, I'm using Masked Chameleon. He gets normal summoned when you have a 0 defense in your graveyard. Special summon that target, and its effects are negated. So pretty much you're only going to do that with Suani, but it's still pretty consistent as we know. So as for other techs, I never got to use this card. I get to use this card now. Oasis of the Dragon Souls activate by targeting one monster in your graveyard. Special summon in defense position. It becomes a worm. So that helps our boy. Not that anything is a worm except Reptile here. But he can be special summoned with this card. So it's a pretty cool little card just to summon our boys. Then they float, make some worms. And of course we have Mystical Space Typhoon. Destiny Draw always gets our boys going. Sorry, I'm like cutting off my head here. And I was surprised. I was really surprised with this deck. As long as you use your plays wisely, you can really do some killer OTKs. We have Battle Wasp OTKs when you're using these level 6s with this level 2 tuner. Or we have an OTK with Boxia, the brightness of the Zing. How? He's 2300, he becomes 2800 when you use the Zing. So 2800 essentially. Then you can target one card you control, and then one level 4 lower monster in your graveyard. Destroy the card on the field, and if you do, special summon that monster. Very useful with all these face-up spell and traps. So you can destroy one of them, special summon your Suani, who's 1900, and that is a lethal amount of damage. So Cool little combos there. You'll see them all in the replays. Very fun deck. Much better than I was anticipating. Reminds me of Gusto's a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Yuya. We're going first. I think this one will show you a Zing OTK with their own boss monster. We got a Mystical Space Typhoon, we got a Chameleon. We got the Zing creation. Now, Zing doesn't just work for Zing monsters. It's if any monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effects, so it works out really well. Should have destroyed the Sky Icarus with this Mystical Space Typhoon. I forgot Sky Icarus protects his Pendulum monsters. I wanted to aim for the Pendulum monsters. But you have to hit Icarus, so we should have hit, or sorry, Iris. We should have hit Iris before the fact. Could have stopped. Not crazy scared of an Odd Eyes deck, though I virtually know what an Odd Eyes is trying to do. He even has this fusion. We're not scared of it. He doesn't swing at us. We get a level 4, that goes great with our other level 4. Which 8 are we gonna go, guys? Do you go Harpies? Do you go Battle Wasp? What do you go? What do you think we go? We go with Zing. That's gonna be able to return that boy. Now we can destroy our face-up Zing card, bring out our 1900, and then we got lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Silvio. Going second. He's showing pendulum stuff. Dino-Miss Rex. We're gonna Mystical Space Typhoon his Pendulum monster, then we're gonna normal summon Suani. Swing over his monster, old school. He's only got 3 cards now. We have another Mystical Space Typhoon, so it's gonna be really hard for him to get any Pendulum summons off. Still have an Oasis. He's brought out a 2k monster and a normal summon, so he's able to destroy us, but by destroying us, we get to float. And then Oasis is gonna bring him right back out. So we got 6, but there are no tuners. We normal summon our tuner. We're going with the 6 Coral Dragon. So by going with Coral Dragon, we're gonna be able to throw it away, destroy him, synchro into a Battle Wasp. When Battle Wasp uses a synchro, he gets to attack twice. So we're gonna be able to attack twice over this boy. Nice and easy, no problem. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Lil Yugi on a win streak. We're going second. We're on a little win streak of our own. He's using full Dark Magician. We have Oasis of Dragon Souls. We have Mystical Space Typhoons. We have Dixie of the Water, or Water of the Zing. We're gonna Mystical Space Typhoon his Magician's Navigation. Pretty good. He does get to chain it though, bringing out some Dark Magicians. We're not afraid though. We're even going to use another Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy his Dark Magical Circle. Then we set our monster, set our 2 Oasis, and we're off to the races. Dark Magical Curtain. Another Dark Magician, even another Dark Magician cutscene. No Dark Magical Circle banished though. Swings up, goes right into Bixby. Bixby's gonna bring out Darkness. We use Oasis. He's gonna Navigation it. We're gonna use Oasis again. We brought our boy out in attack, so he's gonna give us a Destiny draw. And he's gonna give us a float. Destroys the Suani. He's gonna give us a float. So really, we're gonna follow up. No matter what he tries to do, we're gonna have a follow-up play. And we even get to Destiny draw into a Chameleon. Normal summon the Chameleon. That's our Vulcan. Vulcan's gonna be able to return this trap card and that monster. We're gonna be able to use that trap card again. Then we're gonna finish off into our Battle Wasp. When Battle Wasp is done with the synchro, he gets to attack twice. When he destroys a monster, he loses 1,000 attack. We attack again, exactly 1,300 for exact lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. Going second. He's using a grand tournament map there. So we have 2 of our darkness, 1 of our water. We're gonna set Oasis, we're gonna set a Mystical Space Typhoon, and we set our water. He brings out he's dragging Unity. So we're gonna hit his Divine Lance with our Mystical Space Typhoon, stops his plays, swings at our water, that floats out our Suani at 1900. And then we get to special summon our Pixie with our Oasis Dragon. We normal summon our Darkness. That's going to let us return that boy. We don't have another card to destroy to get that lethal amount of damage. I don't want to hit him for Destiny Draw. And obviously it worked. He passes his turn. We have to set again. Now we can destroy that boy, bring out a lethal amount of damage. We even have more than lethal, and 1900 is important because we know it's not going to hit Destiny Draw. When we go to try to hit for lethal, he shows us the Kiteroid, and we stop there. We're not going to give him Destiny Draw because he needs it as Dragon Unity. Here he's going to Lightning Vortex us, pretty much a Destiny Draw already. We're going to get Suani still. We get the Darkness. We already have the 2 there. Perfect. We get a Chameleon. We normal summon Chameleon. Special summon Suani. Archfiend's Call. 3000. He sells a Kiteroid. That's okay. We gotta keep our level 4 tuner who can work with this level 2 monster. So he's got a Mystical Space Typhoon. My Mystical Space Typhoon. I show him the Mystical Space Typhoon. Now he's gonna set a card. Wants me to believe it's a battle trap. There's no way. Treacherous. I took Treacherous out for another copy of Oasis. But, destroys it all the same. Back row was a bluff, and we hit him for 3k. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a, what do they call this? Melodious? Melodious deck. No Sleeper Map, though. We got 2 Oasis and the Darkness. We're gonna set all 3 actually. Oasis and a Zing creation. He's going first solo movement. Brings out a Score. Then he brings out a Mozarta. Then he brings out a Songstress. Searches another Score. So we know he has a Score. We're gonna use our Zing creation. That's gonna help us float. He's destroyed. We're about to get to float 2 monsters. So boom. And boom, we already have a synchro done right there. We can do it in our opponent's battle phase, go right to a Vulcan. That's going to return him on his own turn. So very important monster here. And we're going to Oasis, chain to our own effect. We also returned one of our Oasis, sorry, our Zing creation. Now we're going to Mystical Space Typhoon. We just made that room, destroy Divine Punishment. I don't think we could have used that anyway. Now we got a Harpy. Activate our continuous spell to special summon our Vulcan back. That triggers Harpy. He's sent. It's got to be in defense, but Vulcan's back, guys. And we set Zing creation and hit him for 2600. He still has a lot of cards, but we have an instance of Disrupt here, thanks to Zing creation being activatable at any moment. So we're really just sitting, waiting on our Cyber Harpy Lady. You know he has to score, so he's trying to get those score outs there. We're going to use her effect before Score dunks on her, so we're going to return a Soprano. Then she has to get killed. Not quite Destiny Draw, though. We need Destiny Draw, so we're going to Zing creation out to attack. He's going to score me again. But that's perfect, because that's Destiny Draw. So he gets to float a 2. That's an 8 synchro with just what I have on the field. And then I could Destiny Draw into a Chameleon or whatever I really needed. And he scoops. I was pleasantly surprised with this deck, guys. Super cool, super room for text. It's a simple core. This synchro pool is pretty awesome. 6 and 8 into there. You saw all the OTK potentials. There's so many different ways. Cool little Archetype. Destiny Draw is still going to be abused. So we can't abuse it anymore. What else was I trying to say about this deck? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. But yeah, just like Gusto's, just floating craziness. I really liked it. I was actually really into this deck. but it's pretty much the synchro pool that does it for me. Very, very cool stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.